Welcome back to another episode of Caps Off by the Game Day. We are back for our next Tuesday episode, and we have a special guest here.
Go.
We got Gowie in the house at the Game Day office. What's up, Gowie? Welcome to the show.
The kid Gowie to
At
be exact.
The Kid Gowie.
Yes, I'm doing great, man. How y'all feeling?
I'm pretty good. Can we move your mic in a little more? I know these mics are there.
Okay,
you
cool.
can speak right up into it, nice and soft.
All right, so this is what we're doing.
Yeah, but welcome. We're happy to have you on. I know you're a Ravens fan, right?
Oh, of course.
I'm sorry that the Ravens are not in the playoffs any longer.
Well, there's going to be a lot of Lamar Jackson.
I mean, there's only one of us here that's got a team left in the playoffs, so we can't all be that nice.
All right, Jack.
Only 4 teams left.
Jack's a Niners fan.
Hey,
in
look,
case you missed that.
y'all, you know who you going against?
Yeah.
You know who you going against?
Yeah, an inferior
True.
opponent.
Oh, they talking spicy early. I'm gonna like this.
That's what we do here. That's how it goes always. But tell us a little about yourself for those who at home who don't know. Give us a little background on how you got to where you're at and what you're doing now.
Okay, so for those who don't know me, my name is the Kid Gowie once again. I'm an entertainer. I kind of just stepped past that content creator lane because I've been doing a bunch of other things like commercials and different hosting gigs. So I feel like I've kind of made a nice lane for myself. But for those who don't know me, the initial start was the LeBron James challenge. I know y'all probably remember that video going viral, the boom, 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 bald head and everything. Still got the same bald head, so if you wanted to see it. But yeah, so I pretty much just turned that into a brand, and I've just been hustling ever since. And it's really been fun. Been working with people like yourselves, other people, different sporting platforms, and it's just been great for me. So that's pretty much just a little synopsis of who I am.
Who's some of the coolest people that you've met doing that type of stuff? Because I know the sports industry in general is so vast and there's like so many connections.
Yeah.
Once you make one, it's just like grows.
Yeah,
crazy.
the craziest thing is like the very first person that I met was James Harden. And for those who
You're a
know me,
Rockets
I'm a
fan.
Houston Rockets fan.
Wow.
James Harden's my favorite player. So like he literally invited me to one of his private bowling events. And it was like one of the craziest things. But you can't fanboy. You can't be like, oh my gosh, there's Harden. Like walking around. It's just like, bro, like I'm literally at a James Harden event right now,
That's so
invited
sweet.
by James Harden, given sneakers from James Harden. It was like one of the most surreal moments of my life.
Did LeBron see that video?
Yeah.
LeBron has seen the video, but LeBron doesn't speak on it. And I think LeBron does not speak on it, but it was I think it was either 2 years ago or like a year and a half. He actually reposted the video on his IG story.
That's what I thought.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious,
Yeah.
bro. That's
So
so
I was like, he
cool.
reposted it like years later because that video came out in like 2017 and I felt like he never acknowledged it until like 2020, 2021. So I'm like, all right, Brian, it's about time I got that little bit of clarification.
Well,
He
I
had
feel
to
like
look
that
himself in the mirror.
was before all the lip syncing where he just started like not getting the lyrics right and all that.
Yeah.
Like, that was like him just like always on Snapchat, just like putting on the
Bro,
songs and shit like that.
something about LeBron, bro, is like he's so cringe that it's awesome. Like that's why I kind of love him.
I tell
No,
people-
he's so awesome that when it's super cringe, it's not that cringe.
I tell people all the time, LeBron is literally the funniest, unintentionally funny person in the world.
Like
Like
it's him or Klay Thompson. Those
Clay's hilarious,
He's
especially
fucking
China
funny,
Clay.
bro. Yeah,
Hilarious.
China Clay, bro.
Hilarious.
That's the best.
Do you have like a favorite impression that you've done?
My favorite impression would probably be Stephen A. Smith. I definitely run with
Oh,
that.
please. He's a Cowboys fan. I need you.
You gotta
I
get
need
put
the
your
Stephen
legs
A.
up,
rip
Put
right
your
into
legs
him, bro.
up, pull out the cigar.
Put
That
the
shit was
boots on the
so
table.
good.
How about them Cowboys? but look, I'm gonna let you know this right here. You see, Dak Prescott. I'm gonna need him.
shit.
I'm gonna need him exempt from the facility immediately because he. No. You listen to me. Dak Prescott is an embarrassment to the Cowboys. Matter of fact, they might as well ship him to China. Learn how to play fast football out there because he does not have any use in the National Football League. And that's all I gotta say right there.
Oh shit, bro, that was
was
so
off the
good.
dome, too.
Damn.
That was
Oh
good.
my
On the
god.
fly.
It's like the levels
Felipe
of the
was
voices,
saying-
like the breathiness, bro. And
Yeah,
they just start saying words that I don't even know what they mean. Like
Where he
unequivocally-
starts a word like, like
Yeah,
oh, shit.
you gotta had a little stutter in the middle. No. That's when you know he
Felipe
about to
was
go off.
saying he wanted to get you to do an impression. I don't think he realized you were
That
going
was
to be
good.
shit
I didn't know I
on
was gonna do
his
that.
team.
I didn't want to trash on your team, bro. But you feel me?
It's so easy
They
too,
put me
though.
on the spot. Yes, it is so easy too.
That's the best part. That's
You
the best
guys
part.
do have one of those teams where it's kind of just like when you lose, Oh yeah, everybody's talking.
But it's self-inflicted, right? Because we're talking every year. I mean, everybody's saying the Cowboys fans, like they always say every year is their year.
yeah,
We still do it.
and that's the
We
problem.
still do it. Like, we're not going to stop doing that because that's the MO.
But you need to
That's
stop,
the
bro.
MO.
Like it's
That's
it's
the MO, bro.
You're gonna have like a very short-lived life if that's how you're gonna keep living it like that.
Nah,
bro. Like,
look,
come
bro.
on.
Like, eventually it's going to work. Eventually, what are the odds, right? We're going to lose every single year for the rest of eternity. We're going to win
maybe.
eventually. We're going to win eventually. It might
I
not be
hope
this
not.
year. But next year, 2024, I guarantee I already put $50 on it. 2024, the Dallas Cowboys will win the Super Bowl. They're going to get help for CeeDee Lamb. Tony Pollard's going to be back. We'll get rid of Zeke because he's fat as shit and slow. And when we get the proper help, the defense is still the defense. We're going to go out and win. It's the most talented
Oh my
team
God!
in
Clip
football.
it. Clip
Can,
it.
can I
Come
put
on.
something in perspective real quick?
Yeah, please.
We all know the famous Kobe Bryant, right?
Yeah, of course.
Kobe Bryant was not drafted the last time the Dallas Cowboys went to the
Here we
NFC
go.
Championship.
Here
Oh
we
my
go.
lord.
So not only was he not drafted, he played 20 years in the NBA. He retired and was inducted in the Hall of Fame, and the Cowboys still have not gone anywhere. So that just puts things in perspective on how long you guys have been saying it's our year. We watched Kobe from start to finish, and y'all still ain't been no.
You know
damn
what,
way.
though? Who's the most valuable team in the world? The Dallas Cowboys. We don't care.
Is it
Give us
not
all
like
the
Real
attention.
Madrid or some
We'll
shit?
take
Yeah, I
the
was
hate.
gonna
Nah, it's
say.
the Dallas Cowboys. Every year
More
it's the
than
Dallas Cowboys.
like a
More than any other
European
soccer team in the
FC?
world, more than any
Damn.
basketball,
Are you serious?
baseball team. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Number one most valuable team. I think it's like $8 billion this year.
Sheesh.
So
I mean, congrats.
hey,
Yeah, it's like-
we love the
Congrats.
attention.
What has that
At this
gotten
point,
you?
we love- at
gives
this
a
point,
fuck?
what has it gotten
They'll
us?
buy
Attention.
championships.
Attention. That's what it gets us.
Buys you
Bro,
attention.
At this point, we've lost so much that we just like the attention. It's like Jerry. We take on the Jerry effect, bro. Like Jerry just likes to be in the media. He likes having his name out there.
Yeah.
We like it too. Fuck it.
It's so bad. I'm surprised that Uncle Sam has not revoked the America's team. Like,
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, someone's got to
Like,
do something
yeah.
about that. An executive order maybe coming
yeah,
soon.
like we can't be up for grabs now. I feel like we're past that. You know, like Tom Brady got 7
Yo,
rings.
bro, I was saying
Felipe's
a few-
he's so happy, bro.
I was saying a
that
few weeks
they're
ago, the
America's
Lions
team.
are the new America's team, I think.
Lions
Everyone
are
loves
not.
those guys. Dan Campbell and all them.
Hey, listen, man.
What do you think? You think the Ravens can win a Super Bowl with Lamar?
Do I think?
Yeah.
I know.
What?
With what weapons?
That's the see look he's hip. So what the Baltimore Ravens have to do, obviously, we have to attack the wide receiver room. They like to penny pinch, obviously, and with them penny pinching, when things go bad, like a Rashad Bateman going down, a Devin Duvernay going down, we got to pick up 35, 36-year-old Deshaun Jackson, the same Deshaun Jackson who played with Donovan McNabb, Michael Vick, and now he's playing with Lamar Jackson. So, you know, situations like that. Now, granted, he wasn't able to finish his tenure with the Ravens. He was cut right before the playoffs. But nonetheless, you know, you pick up Sammy Watkins. You know, they call him Hammy Sammy. And it's like, these are the guys who step in for us. And it's kind of like, we really got to get like a true proven number one receiver. So I'm looking forward to that. If this happens and the OC that we hire is like a guy who has great passing schemes, we winning. The next year, we're winning.
But here's the thing, right? Because the receiver problem is obvious. And yeah, you signed an old Deshaun Jackson. A year ago, you signed Des Bryant, like all this crazy shit, right?
But
But
I
I would
a
say,
receiver room a few years ago, man.
I-
Holy
yeah.
God.
I
Oh
would
my
say it's not
God.
for a lack of effort, though, because you guys have spent first round capital. Y'all did that with Hollywood. Y'all did it with Rashad Bateman, right? Rashad was a first round pick, right?
Yeah.
So it's just kind of not played in y'all's way. And I think maybe, I don't know if you go out this year, first round, and draft the receiver, or you make moves for Hopkins or something like that. But you got to get somebody who you know is going to go perform.
Yeah, so here's my issue with the Ravens. It's not a lack of effort because they do try to draft receivers, but the problem is we've never been good with developing receivers. Our best wide receiver that we drafted was Hollywood Brown. So it's like
Not saying too much.
yeah. So with that being said, it's one of the situations where if you know you can't develop talent, trade for it.
Right.
Anquan Bolden that Super Bowl year.
Yes.
He was a dog. man.
Anquan Bolden, all our best receivers in franchise history have been guys 30 plus. You got Derek Mason, you got Steve Smith Sr., Anquan Bolden. Even when we got Mike Wallace, who had like 1,000 yards receiving his first year in Baltimore, it's like maybe we should just get the 30-year-old. So D-Hop, if you're watching, please request your way to come to the Baltimore.
Devontae might be on the move too.
Ooh, really? Don't tell me that.
I wouldn't be
I'd give up
shocked.
that first.
Oh my God. All right, let's move into factor caps then, because if we're talking about Lamar, we have some Lamar prompts here. So I'll give you some factor caps, and we got some other topics away from the Ravens as well.
Okay.
All right, factor cap. Factor cap. Lamar Jackson will be on another team next season.
Cap. I'm calling cap on that because I do not want Lamar Jackson to leave. Now, here's the thing. with the Ravens, I feel like the Ravens in their little presser at the end of the season, they were like, okay, we want to re-sign Lamar. We want him here 200,000%. We're going to get him involved with the finding of the new OC, all this other stuff. So I feel like with that being said, Lamar Jackson's probably going to be like, you know what? I actually do like it here. I don't need 250 mil. I'll take 200 and we'll keep it like that.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
I love the
cap
confidence.
too. I'm gonna say cap too. Nah, I don't think he's taking a pay cut. I think the Ravens are gonna have to pay up everything he asked for, and I think they will. They should. The reason I think he'll stay there is because, look, man, like. Well, one, the Ravens need to keep. He's a generational talent. He's one of the most talented guys we've ever seen step on a football field. And for Lamar Jackson, the Ravens, and I've been saying this, I think he's the face of the Ravens. Like, when you think of a Ravens team, a quarterback that fits the mold, it's Lamar Jackson for Baltimore. So it's just perfect. We got to get the money right. The money at the end of the day is really what it comes down to. And I think, again, like you said, having control and who comes in at OC, more in the offense, making more moves, stuff like that. Like Aaron always had in Green Bay. Well, I guess he didn't. He complained about that. But like we thought Aaron had in Green Bay and Tom Brady had in different places. I think you give Lamar some of that control and really let him build. And I think it's a marriage that's going to, get it. We're in a rough patch right now. It'll be okay.
Yeah, this is no Tom and Giselle situation. This is, this is going to be a happy marriage.
There we go. Yeah, I think it's a cap too. Would I like to see him move on to a different team that's got a little bit more weapons? Sorry, probably. Yeah, I think it'd be kind of fun.
Miami,
But
New York.
yeah, like Miami would be fucking crazy.
There's some interesting teams out there that I was like, hey, I wouldn't mind
Even
seeing
Atlanta,
Lamar over there.
bro.
Like if he went
Miami
back
with-
home to
with
Miami with
Tyreek.
Tyreek Jalen,
Oh my God,
that's
that'd
the
be
fastest
filthy.
offense of all time with Raheem Mostert
Yeah,
too. That's
bro.
Oh
that'd
my
be
God.
crazy. I don't even know how you stop that.
Adam's not here, but he would freak out for even just saying
He's
that.
probably
huge
up
Dolphins
in his
fan,
apartment
huge
like,
Dolphins
just
fan,
yelling
huge.
right now.
I've been
He
talking
has
about
a
Lamar
sense.
going to Miami for 2 years, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. See, this is very interesting to hear this because as a Ravens fan and a Lamar stan, stan, not fan, we've been trying to tell people that he has not been a running back for years. Like everybody's like, oh, Lamar running back. And then the moment that this whole circus has happened, oh, he might be a free agent, they might trade him now, is, oh, we want Lamar on our team. So it's like, come on, that's the same guy y'all was calling a running back. Like we were taking blows. I'm talking Javonte Davis, Mike Tyson type blows to defend our quarterback, and now y'all want him. Come on, bro.
Yo, that was Adam's voice too.
Come on, bro.
Let me ask you a quick question on that though, because obviously they're getting a new OC, probably one that's going to be a little bit more. It's going to allow for a more stronger passing offense and receivers to thrive more. Because so far, obviously, great run game. Wait, what's his name? Greg Roman.
Greg
Roman, yeah.
Greg Roman. Great run game and a tight end feast, but the receivers don't do much. If you bring another OC like that allows receivers to thrive, a different type of scheme offensively, will Lamar be the same Lamar? Because I think we know that Lamar can pass, but he passes so well also because of his threat as a runner. So I don't know, like, what do you think about like the balance there?
Yeah, so I think when it comes to the new OC, you have to keep the same formula. Like you are a run first team. I'm not saying switch up from that, but when it does come to the passing schemes, you got to be more creative.
Like a Shanahan.
Yeah, like you have to get your receivers open. Like we are trying to develop receivers at the same time of trying to pursue a championship. So it's like, bro, draw some passing schemes. Stop giving the Greg Roman system. I always give Greg Roman his credit. It is the perfect system for raw, emphasis on raw, RAW, mobile quarterbacks. Because when you're a raw mobile quarterback, it's like, okay, you give me simple reads. If my first read isn't there, I run. It's that simple.
He started with that with Kaepernick with the 49ers that year that they played the Ravens in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That was where he got that start. And then Lamar, you're like, oh, maybe you could do the same thing.
Yeah,
Lamar
Tyrod Taylor I don't think he ever played a snap because of Joe Flacco. And then he leaves to go to Buffalo and he makes a Pro Bowl. And it's like, okay, like this is very interesting. So that's why I say raw mobile quarterbacks. Greg Roman has the perfect system. But then when you have a guy who outgrows that system, Ravens kept him too long. Lamar's like, bro, like I can't just do these reads. You got three tight ends on this side and a receiver on this side, and one of the tight ends is getting the ball. Then Pat Ricard is running running fade routes. It's like, bro, you're 300 something. Yeah, it's like, what are we doing? So, like I said, keep that balance, but at the same time, you got to get creative with your passing schemes.
Totally. All right, next factor cap. Also Lamar, and then we'll move to other things. Factor cap. Lamar Jackson is a top 5 quarterback when healthy.
Oh, when healthy, yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
It's hard for me off the jump because I feel like it's been a year where a lot of things have happened. Like Jalen Hurts became probably a top 5 quarterback this year. But if I remove this year, I like looking at a larger body of work. Then Lamar is top 5 for me. I think he's at 5, like 4 or 5. But this year, I'm not gonna put him there. But it's really apples. Like 5 to 8, I think you're comfortable putting.
Who's
Lamar.
your top 5 off the dome?
Off the top, I would say
Top 5 quarterbacks off the dome. Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes. I would put Aaron Rodgers number 2. Probably put Tom Brady. I can't disrespect Tom Brady. I'm gonna put Tom Brady at
He's
3.
going full body of
Yeah,
work.
I'm
full
gonna
body
have to go
of work,
body.
Not just his one
Yeah,
season.
so I'm gonna
Yeah.
go with Tom Brady, Josh Allen, and I'll put Lamar Jackson at 5.
Not Joe Burrow?
He's a Raven fan. You know, he got low body.
Yeah, he's a Raven fan,
He
but
caught it. He caught it. But shout out to Buckeye Burrow. Yes, we
Yeah.
claim him.
What do you think,
What do you
Factor
got?
Cat?
I'll probably go Cap right now. I feel like I go Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Hurts, Herbert, or Lamar. Like that's or Trevor Lawrence. It's tough around that 4 to 6, 7 range.
See, y'all are
like-
judging completely different. You're judging 2022.
Yeah, I'm
He's
based off
judging
right now. Yeah, right
Yeah.
now.
It's
Like,
tough, man.
if
'Cause
we're talking whole
in a
body of
vac-
work, Tom
in a-
Brady and Aaron Rodgers
But even
have to be
forget
there.
body of work. In
Yeah.
a vacuum, forget body of work in a vacuum. Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson. Lamar's just better,
Yeah.
right?
But can he squat 600 pounds?
That's good.
Would you rather? Here's a would you rather off the dome. Would you rather have for the next 5 years have Jalen Hurts or Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson MVP, bro.
Easy.
I know Jalen was on MVP pace. I'm not gonna say he wasn't. He
It's
got
a
hurt.
difference between pace and unanimous MVP.
That's the fact.
And it's like Jalen Hurts been doing this for
Also-
1 year. Lamar's been awesome for 4 or 5.
Lamar played great in that system you brought up and led the league in passing touchdowns, led the league in rushing touchdowns that MVP year. Jalen Hurts didn't do that. Obviously, he got hurt. But also, I just think the Eagles system is
Bro, if you put
that's
Lamar,
incredible. AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, I talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
Dallas Goedert, Miles Sanders. Like Lamar didn't have all that.
if you put
and
Lamar
still
in
led
that
the league
Eagles
in-
system, they would be undefeated 17
Who
and
was
0.
his wide receiver one when he led the league in passing that MVP year? Who was it?
Hollywood.
AJ Brown, Devontae. Smith. Like, all right, yeah, yeah.
All right, we'll move into another one. All right, you mentioned Aaron Rodgers. There's
Yeah.
talk about Aaron Rodgers being traded for. So Factor Cap, Aaron Rodgers is worth 2 first-round picks. That was the rumor this morning that
Fact.
people were willing, or like he was worth minimum 2 first-round
Yeah,
picks.
the Packers aren't going to consider anything less. They want at least 2 first-round picks. I say fact. I mean, he's worth it. That was the question, right?
Yeah.
He is worth it, especially if you're a team like the Jets, who's probably a quarterback away. There are a couple other teams out there that probably should consider that move. Maybe a Tampa. I don't know if maybe their window's small, but a team that really just one quarterback away that is young like the Jets and don't need the next couple first-round picks, I would do it.
I agree for sure on that, but I also think like if you are going to trade for Aaron Rodgers, you have to think that you have to really hope that your team in the locker room is like solidified enough in its culture to bring in someone like that is very polarizing, different. He doesn't really hang out with any of his teammates outside of football or anything like that.
Yeah.
So like you have to have that culture built already, which I think the Jets do, and they'd be okay bringing in a guy like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough.
See, I actually like that take in terms of get rid of your first if you don't necessarily need them because you have a solid foundation right now. So I will agree and say facts because I do think, I mean, at the end of the day, he was a back-to-back MVP. So it's kind of like
just a year ago.
just a year ago.
Yeah.
So it's like I think this was a down season because he didn't have the chemistry with his receiving core. You know, you had the young receivers. Then on top of that, Alan Lazard went up to his wide receiver number 1, which we know is not a number 1, but that happened.
Right. All right. Next one. Factor Cap. The Cowboys should take a look. Oh, sorry. I'm misreading it. Factor Cap. The Cowboys should look to move on from Dak Prescott.
Nah, that's a big cap. I mean, we talked about it yesterday. Dak Prescott is not the problem in Dallas. Did he prove that he cannot lick a guy?
Stephen A. about to come out again.
Did he prove that he can't carry a team himself to a Super Bowl? Yeah, he can't do that. But how many other quarterbacks can do that? I don't think there's another quarterback outside of Patrick Mahomes in the NFL right now that proves that they can win without other talent. Joe Burrow has T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, and Joe Mixon, and Hurts has A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith.
Brock Purdy.
And then who's the other quarterback who lost in the divisional round this weekend whose stats are eerily similar to Dak Prescott, but we're not hearing all the criticism about him? Josh Allen. What does he have outside of Stephon Diggs? Not that much, right? So I want to hear the same criticism for Josh that we hear about Dak. Are we talking about moving on from Josh? No, he's only a few years younger than Dak. How many more playoff wins does Josh have than Dak? One more playoff win. It's actually very similar, yet the narratives are completely different.
Bro.
Don't move. I got a lot on this.
The amount of research
everybody
you've done.
hates
Don't
America's
move on.
team.
Don't move on from Dak. Obviously, he's heavily criticized, heavily scrutinized because he's the quarterback of America's team, like you said. But he's not the problem. You got to build around him. He will not carry you, but give him pieces that will allow him to thrive.
All right, Stephen A.
You look like you've been thinking, Gowie.
It's almost insulting that you would sit next to me and say such blasphemous remarks. I mean, that is utterly despicable. Dak Prescott should be shipped on a plane and out of town immediately. See, listen, man, here's my thoughts on Dak Prescott. I think that Dak is a good quarterback. I'm not going to sit here and say he's trash or garbage or like LaShawn McCoy said. Dak is ass. Dak is ass. I'm not going to hit him with the shady McCoy, but I do think there was something off with Dak. I mean, when he came back from his injury, he was throwing interceptions and they weren't like good interceptions.
That first pick in the game against the Niners is horrible.
Bruh. And I'm saying, like, you know, when you throw a tough interception where it's like, oh, let me try to squeeze it in this window, or, oh, it got tipped up in the air and it got taken to the house. Dak is like looking and he's just throwing it directly to the defenders and it's terrible. And I'm like, bro, I don't know if Dak is just not there mentally. But, you know, one thing they say, who said it? Albert Einstein, insanity is like doing the same thing over again and expecting different results.
Right.
And Dak Prescott's been there for a minute and they still ain't touch an NFC championship.
Hold up, but we're talking about the Ravens keeping Lamar Jackson and trying to build around him.
Listen, Lamar
And he hasn't made it.
Lamar Jackson has been hurt the past 2 seasons. Next.
Hey, he got the excuses on deck.
I mean, that came back from injury too.
No bias, though.
No Lamar Jackson slander will be tolerated.
Jack, go ahead.
You got thoughts? Should
Fact,
the Cowboys move
yeah,
on?
Fact, I think they should, but not like really seriously. Just kind of like mull over a few options. There's like a guy you like in like second, third round in the draft. Maybe see what he's got, but don't put him up in the quarterback competition against Dak. But just like look at other guys.
Look at other guys.
There were people saying that Cooper Rush should have came in.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
hey, Skip saying they blow out the Niners.
Yeah, nah, bro. You're not looking at other quarterbacks right now. Like, there's just unless someone comes and like, yo, we'll give you like 4 first-round picks for Dak Prescott. You still can't do that. Dak stats is top 5 quarterback stats over the past few years, and I know the winning matters. You got to win when it matters, but you got to build a team around him that matters. Like, I just don't think he has shit the bed himself to where you got to move on.
Word on the street is that Dak Prescott is just a black Kirk Cousins. I didn't say that. That's just the word on the street.
You know what? I like Kirk, bro.
He's a good quarterback too. I'll give him that. But hey, listen, bro.
It's hard to actually argue that because the stats are like really close. But hey, by transitive property, that means Kirk Cousins is Josh Allen. All right, next question.
Yikes.
Oh, wow. All right, next question.
This conversation funny as fuck, bro.
Yeah, agreed. All right, back to Cap. The 49ers should be worried about Brock Purdy after his performance against the Cowboys.
I'm not worried about Glock Purdy. No, not at all.
You say Glock Purdy?
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are.
I like that name.
There's Big Cock Brock. There's Glock Purdy. You got a whole bunch of them on Niners
That's
Twitter,
dope.
man,
I rock
but-
with that.
I'm not worried though. Like he doesn't need to play well to beat any of these teams. He just needs to not make mistakes.
Yeah, they
And
still
that's it.
won. They still won.
Yeah, we still won. It was an ugly game, but at the end of the day, that's kind of how the Niners can win. Like you don't have to score 35-40. They've been doing that a lot with Brock Purdy quarterback, but you just gotta rely on the defense. Make sure Brock doesn't turn the ball over. You're good to go.
Yeah, I mean, right now I just feel like Brock Purdy got the juice. And, you know, you have a little iffy outing, cool, but at the end of the day, he's he ended the season 5-0, right?
Yeah, he's
Something like
7-0 in his career as a starter.
Yeah, 7-0 as a starter. So it's kind of just like, I like those odds. So they shouldn't really have to trip on that. He knows what he needs to do. He just has to step in. Like you said, don't turn over the ball and just make it happen.
Well, I think it depends on, are you worried about long term or are you worried about this season? This season, I'm worried a little bit because he played finally a good defense in Dallas. Mm-hmm. We knew he hadn't really played a good defense yet. And he played a good defense in Dallas and didn't, 19 points. The Cowboys should have won that game. Obviously, the Cowboys offense shot the bed. 19 points. If he puts 19 against Philly, I guarantee you Philly's going to outscore that. So I'm a little bit worried in terms of the near future. But long term, Brock came in as a rookie, the last pick in the draft. He's outperformed every expectation you've had. Mm-hmm. And I think he's even put himself into consideration as a starter next year, right? To starting quarterback position next year. So I'm not worried long term, but short term, if I'm facing the Eagles, that offense, that defense, number 1 pass defense in the league, then I'm a
I
little
don't know
worried.
So
what it
short
is.
term-
I'm not scared of the Eagles. They don't scare
Well, you're a
me that
Niners
much.
fan. I understand the bias.
No, completely. But like, I just think the Niners are a bad matchup for him. Like,
So factor cap, the Niners should be worried about Brock.
Fact.
Short term,
Fact, because they want to win a Super Bowl this year, right? It's a Super Bowl of bust this year.
Yeah.
So fact.
Yeah.
factor cap. Did you say?
fuck, what do you think?
All right.
Yeah, cap.
All right.
Cap.
All right. Next one. Factor cap. Joe Burrow is officially better than Josh Allen.
Fact.
You know, I don't like answering this question because to me they're very similar. Neither quarterback, like
Very
Josh
similar.
Allen clearly needs more help to win. That's for sure. To
But
win,
Joe
to,
Burrow
to
does
win,
have
win.
help to
Joe
win.
Burrow, I don't know if he doesn't. I haven't seen him without Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Joe Mixon, Tyler Boyd, even Hayden Hurst, who's in a great tight end, is a good tight end. So I haven't seen that. So it's just so hard to compare. I hate comparing quarterbacks like this because again, I brought up the stats between Josh Allen and Dak Prescott. Obviously, two completely different narratives, but the stats are the same, and they lost in the same round. So it's just tough. But I mean,
It always
I like
comes
Burrow.
back to the Cowboys,
I like
bro.
Burrow. I like Allen. I like Allen a little bit more because of how dynamic he is as a runner. And I think he's just going to give me more in different parts of the field than Joe Burrow will. But
Burrow's
I like
way
both
more of a
them.
gamer than Josh Allen is.
Nah,
That's
Josh
the
Allen's a
thing.
gamer and a half, bro.
Josh Allen
How
messed
far, what's
up,
the
though.
furthest he's made in the playoffs?
The divisional round, is that? Has he
He's
ever
made it to
AFC
the conference
championship?
finals once. Joe Burrow's already made it to the conference finals 2 times.
But that's the
in
point.
2
His team
playoff
is way
runs.
better, bro.
He made it to the Super Bowl last year.
Okay, so let me
His
ask you
team
this.
is better.
If
Bro,
the
look-
Niners make the Super Bowl this year, is Brock Purdy better than Joe Burrow if he loses an AFC
Probably,
championship?
yeah.
See, there you go. But like that thing is, he's not right. So you got to understand, like teams matter. This is a team game.
Yeah, I don't know. Joe Burrow always performs in the biggest moments under the brightest lights.
So you think it's fact?
Yeah.
that Joe
I've been
Burrow-
saying this for weeks, though. I think Burrow's better
Yeah.
than Allen.
It's
This
just not
isn't a
based on
surprise.
any type of like real
Eye
relevant.
test, bro. Eye test.
The eye test, that's fine.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Bias aside, I'm probably gonna give Burrow the slight edge, and the only reason why I would give him the slight edge is because once again he has taken his team farther, and we saw that Josh Allen, he was pretty much unlocked once they acquired Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
So seeing Joe Burrow with the T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd and Jamar Chase is kind of like, all right, like you do have a bunch of weapons over there. But Joe himself, he's just so poised. Like you can't
Yeah,
shake
that's
him.
the thing.
I know we used to call Joe Flacco Joe Cool, but Joe Burrow is really like he embodies that coolness. It's like you can't shake him no matter what. You sack him, he gets up.
Facts.
Tore his ACL, all that came right back and took him to the Super Bowl. So
I love how he toes the
crazy.
line between cockiness and confidence so perfectly
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, he
because
does.
the shit that he
Better than
says could
anybody,
come
I
off
think.
so cocky, but the way he carries himself, it's like, nah, he's just like him.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll take Flacco. He's got a ring. You know what I mean? According to your logic.
hey,
that's-
let's
if
talk
that's
about
how
it.
we're
I'll take
ranking-
Trent Dilfer over him then too, bro. Like,
Hey, hell
Nick
nah.
Foles.
Hey, for anybody who hasn't seen Super Bowl 35, watch it again, please. Worst game I've ever seen from a quarterback. Worst game.
That defense was.
The defense was
You make
crazy.
a compelling
Defense was
case to
nasty.
watch that football game.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, please watch Super Bowl 35. It's on YouTube. Watch it.
It's on YouTube.
Please just tell me how you feel about Trent Dilfer's performance. When I tell you nobody's pressuring him, wide open receiver, throws it, it flies out of bounds. Out of bounds.
Wasn't Shannon Sharp on that offense?
Yeah, Shannon Sharp was in that game. And with all due respect to Uncle Shea, he didn't look too good in that game. I mean, he had a few drops, and I was like, okay, Shea, you supposed to be the. But
you got.
it's another
Right, you
conversation.
got the
Really
win.
got-
Yeah, we got the W. That's all that matters.
All right, last factor cap. Also, we'll stick to Joe Burrow for a sec. Factor cap: if Joe Burrow beats Patrick Mahomes, he can enter the discussion for best quarterback in football.
Huge cap. Huge cap. Again, the stats aren't even close
If
between
Burrow
those guys.
wins this week in the AFC Championship, he'll be 4-0 against Mahomes.
That's
In his
awesome.
career.
What is it? Jake Plummer was 3-0 against Tom Brady. Is Plummer better than Brady?
how the fuck
Hell
do
no.
you pull that stat out
Because
of your
I'm
ass?
on Twitter, my boy. I'm on Twitter. I see this
my
shit. bro. I
Lord.
see this shit.
That's a stat like you, like the biggest meat writer of Patrick Mahomes, can only pull
Look,
up.
I love Pat Mahomes. I love Pat Mahomes. Don't get me wrong. But like I said, when I was talking about the comparison between Dak and Josh and Joe, like stats, some of stats, Pat Mahomes, you can't even make a case. Like the stats aren't even close. And he's doing it with only one primary weapon in Travis Kelce. There's nobody else out there that's really like you're supposed to tell me MVS is a great receiver. Like, nah, who else?
Juju
Who's throwing it?
Smith-Schuster.
Juju.
Smith, yeah.
He's okay. It's not close. And again, head to head, this is a team game. It's not Joe Burrow versus Patrick Mahomes in these last 3 games. It's the Chiefs versus the Bengals. So I don't care.
Hey, look, I'm gonna have to call this Cap Mahomes because that is big cap. Pat is the #1 receiver in the league. I've been saying that for the past 3 seasons. It's just like the stuff that he does on the field is polarizing. He has that he has that pocket presence, but at the same time, he has that backyard football play style. And it's
So
real
fun to
crazy.
watch.
You have zero answer for him. And the fact that you can take away a Tyreek Hill and replace him with a Juju Smith-Schuster, who we know exactly what he is, because once AB was out of the picture in Pittsburgh,
He was the guy, yeah.
yeah,
was the
Juju
guy.
did not look like what he did. So
Right.
the fact that he was able to get about 900 something receiving yards this season under Pat Mahomes, it was like, okay, like Pat's just that dude. So I'm gonna say cap on that.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, it's cap too, but I think there will be a discussion had. I won't really entertain it much. I love Joe Burrow. I fucking hate the Chiefs and Mahomes. Just 'cause all my damn friends from Missouri fucking annoying as hell. But like I just Mahomes is clearly the best quarterback in football, and it's not even remotely close.
And we had the conversation yesterday of is Mahomes and Burrow the new Manning and Brady? But to be honest, I think it's at that time you actually had a lot of like you had the Manning, Brady, even like Drew Brees, guys like that. I think it's not even that case anymore. I think like you have Patrick. It's as if there was no Peyton Manning in the 2000s. It was only Tom Brady. I think that's what we're dealing with now. There's Patrick Mahomes, who's great, and then like the field of guys, right?
I mean, we'll see if Joe Burrow beats him again on Sunday. It's gonna come closer.
The conversation's gonna spark.
I mean, at the end of the day, like I was talking about yesterday, what do we judge greatness of quarterbacks off? It's the wins.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's winning in the playoffs.
No, winning matters.
So,
Winning is a quarterback stat. At
but
the end of
Mahomes
the
does
day.
have a Super Bowl, so I can't really talk about it yet. But
It's just, it's the same discussion. We keep coming back to the like,
It's a fun
Mahomes
discussion.
is the greatest talent to step on the football field, but obviously Tom Brady's the greatest player ever because he won the most, right? Like, it's a different thing. Peyton Manning was arguably a better player than Tom Brady at the time, but like
was.
Tom Brady won, so that's what it came down to.
Well, now it's time for Tom to retire and get his marriage back together. You feel me?
Yeah, oh
Come
my
on, call
God.
your girl.
Bro, I think that's lost. I
Tell
think
her to
that-
come back home, get things situated, worry about the
she's with her
family.
like jujitsu instructor. Or
I
some
did hear
shit
about that.
now.
No way.
Yeah, Tom. Matter of fact,
saw-
stay away from that.
I saw Tom might be dating some
He better
like
move quick.
25-year-old smoke show in Tampa though too. There's been rumors.
Who, Tom?
Okay.
Yeah.
What, you surprised, bro?
Tom Brady.
Yeah. She's 25. I don't know. She's bad.
All right, bro.
Okay.
She's almost twice her age. Think about that.
All right. Let's move into the power ranking segment. We're gonna do things a little differently this week. We're going to draft our teams. We're each gonna draft. We're gonna do a quick snake draft of a quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and tight end, only with players left in the playoffs. So from the Eagles, the Niners, the Bengals, or the Chiefs. Okay.
And you can go in any order. It doesn't have to be like quarterback.
Yeah,
first.
you don't have to. Right, exactly. We don't have to draft quarterbacks first.
right,
You're just
cool.
trying to get your best team possible.
Okay.
All right.
Should we just go like in order like this?
Yeah,
Then
sure.
back?
Felipe, you want to start?
Oh, I get to go first?
Yeah, sure. Oh no, we're just handing you a guy.
Nah, I'm taking
Should we have?
Mahomes.
All right, fine.
All right. Well, give me Joe Burrow.
I'll pick Travis Kelce at my tight end.
All right,
Okay.
I'll take Jalen Hurts,
Okay.
and then I'll take Jamar Chase.
All right. I'll go with. I gotta think for some. I don't know why I'm blanking. I fucking should have picked Jalen Hurts. That was stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know why you
yeah.
ain't go court.
That was dumb. All right. Well, I'm fine with. Yeah. I'll go with
You
AJ
take-
Brown.
This is where it gets tough.
Yeah, it is getting tough. Should I take him or should I take him? I'm gonna take T. I'm gonna take T Higgins.
That's cool. I wanted Devontae Smith anyway. So, all right, I got Mahomes, I got Devontae. And then what, we running back in the tight end?
Yeah.
There's no great really running backs left, right? Like, really? You just need a good offensive line. If I can take offensive line, I'll take the Eagles' offensive line.
So then take the player with the best offensive line. Why don't you think about it like that, huh?
That's a good point.
Or tight
Nah,
end.
let me think. You got the Eagles, the Niners. Oh, I'm taking McCaffrey's on the board still? Damn it. I'm taking
That's what I was
McCaffrey.
hoping would come back.
I was hoping he was gonna slip.
God damn, Felipe's team's the best. I hate it already.
Yeah, he's fucking loaded, bro.
Yeah, it's ridiculous right now.
Oh my God.
We're only taking one receiver.
Yeah, one receiver, one tight end.
I
Who you got right now?
have Joe Burrow and I have T Higgins.
You got the Bengals.
I do have the Bengals right now.
Go mix it right
go
now.
mix it, bro.
I'm gonna have to go mix it.
But he actually
Bro,
the
the second
Ravens
best
fan,
running back.
drafting all the Bengals.
Oh my. I'll go with. I gotta
You need
do
a
some
quarterback.
math real quick. I'll take him last round. You guys already took quarterbacks.
Okay, fine.
Miles Sanders, I guess. Fuck, that's gross. I like
So
that.
he's cool. He's good.
Who else? Who am I missing? Mixon was taken. Miles Sanders was taken.
Who do you have on your team right now?
I have.
What do you need? What do you need?
I
left?
have. Who do I have?
You need a running back
I have
and tight
Jalen
end.
Hurts and I have Jamar Chase.
You need a running back tight.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Bro, Devin Singletary's a monster, bro.
Nah.
He's on the Bills.
Yeah, he's on the Bills.
Oh shit. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to
Fact.
think.
It's
I'm
hard
like,
to
yeah,
take
the Bills
'em.
did lose. The Bills did
Like,
lose. Samaje Perine a dog, bro.
Pacheco, maybe. Should I take
I like
Pacheco?
Pacheco.
Hold on, but it's not my pick yet. I'm not locking that in. Who are the other tight ends left?
I don't know. Go ahead. And,
Hayden Hurts.
Yeah, Hayden Hurst,
and
yeah.
fucking Dallas Goddard.
hey,
All right, I'm gonna take Pacheco.
You have another one. You have a wraparound.
Oh, and I'll take Goddard.
You fucking idiot, bro. You take Dallas Goddard?
Why?
Over.
Well, I already drafted a tight end, so I'm not going to give away
Yes,
future
sir.
picks. But you know exactly what I'm thinking. Goddard.
This is
Yeah,
where all
sir.
the dome makes
when he
it
was
so
like,
hard.
was Hayden Hurst and Goddard? You're like, yeah, Goddard.
Yeah, Goddard.
I
Hayden
know
Hurst.
exactly where he's going with.
Oh no,
And
Kittle was
he's-
still on the board.
Yeah, he's the tight end
Oh,
that's going to play for my
no.
quarterback. And I'm taking, what, do they have to be healthy?
No,
nah.
No?
just on the roster.
I'll take Jimmy G.
Ooh.
Over Brock Purdy.
I love Glock Purdy.
Wow,
bro,
I really
but
fucked it, didn't I?
But I like Jimmy.
God damn it! This is why off
Wait,
the
I
dome
wonder-
is so
wait,
difficult.
So you just lock that in?
Yeah.
Isn't Josh Allen still on the board?
No, he's not in the
playoffs.
Oh fuck! I'm so
Yeah,
dumb, bro.
Oh, if he was there, I would have taken him
I need a
earlier.
board with like 4 teams.
Yeah,
'cause
bro,
I'm
that's
like,
why this is so hard.
it's so hard, bro.
Is so
I'm
hard.
thinking about Dak
Yo,
Prescott.
I'm
like,
trying
left
to.
and
You said
right.
the
Allen
Bills
who's been
twice.
taken.
You're like,
You
yo,
didn't
Devin
name two Bills.
Devin
Josh
Singletary, you can
Allen.
have him.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Who
Shit.
am I going to pick? I need a tight end.
Hayden Hurst or George Kittle?
Fuck me.
Yeah. Damn. Let me get George Kittle. I think that
You
should.
could
Be,
have gone this clean sweep though with Hayden Hurst.
I could have, but hell no. We
Fuck
that's
me.
remember Hayden Hurst is a Ravens draft pick. I ain't.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I don't like that.
so now you need a tight end. It's either Hayden Hurst or fucking CJ Uzama.
Well, I can't
oh no,
take-
he's on the Jets.
Since I already
now.
took, I think the Bills are in. Can I take Dawson Knox? Nah.
Yeah.
All right, let me look at these 4
You
teams.
get Dalton
here.
Schultz, bro.
No.
Goddard was taken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
What are you thinking about backups right now?
Yeah, there might be somebody better than Hurst. With the Bengals and Chiefs. Okay. And
Who's the backup tight end on the Chiefs?
Dude, who the fuck? I don't know.
I don't know.
The Eagles and Niners. Okay. Yeah, nah, I gotta take Hurst. There's nobody left.
All right.
So I'll take Hurst. I'll take
So
Hurst.
who's
Juszczyk
on
plays
your,
a little
run
tight
through
end.
your team? Who's on your team?
So I got Mahomes at quarterback, McCaffrey behind him. That's already the greatest duo. And then Devontae Smith at receiver, and Hayden Hurst at tight end.
It's a good team. What about you, Gowie?
Devontae is your wide receiver one though is a little weak.
That's what I'm saying. That's
With
what
Mahomes, it doesn't matter.
Hurst at tight
Heisman
end.
winner. He
With
actually had better
Mahomes, it
stats than
doesn't
AJ
matter.
Brown
He's
this
cool.
year.
Who you
But
got?
I got Joe Burr. Then I have T. Higgins at wide receiver.
Bengals.
My running back, Joe Mixon,
Bengals.
Bengals. And then I have George Kittle to top it off. George Kittle gonna get me right.
Yeah,
He's a dog.
fuck.
He's a
I
dog.
fuck that.
Until he gets hurt in the second play of the
So
game.
I got a great game manager, never going to turn the ball over. Jimmy G at quarterback.
Okay.
Miles Sanders at running back with that Eagles offensive line. That comes with it, obviously. And then we got Travis Kelce at tight end and AJ Brown at receiver.
Yeah, that's a good team.
I think that's nice.
That's
Nice,
not.
good.
That's actually not bad with a game manager. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
exactly.
lie.
See,
Yeah.
I'm building the team
That's
around
smart.
my quarterback. You know?
Okay, I see.
I have MVP candidate Jalen Hurts as my quarterback. I got Jamar Chase, best wide receiver in football.
Okay. What the fuck?
One of them.
Yeah, top 3.
Justin Jefferson died?
Jettis.
Football is only 4 teams left right now. So
Oh.
And the Bills.
I
4
got,
teams plus the Bills.
I
yeah,
got,
of
Don't
course.
forget. Don't forget.
I got the best number 10 in Chiefs history, Isaiah Pacheco.
Wow, you really taking shots.
And who did I take? Who was it? Dallas Goddard.
I
as
can't
tight
believe you
end.
took him
Honestly,
over.
Bro,
that's not.
I think it's still a really good
Kittle's
team.
better overall, but as
Yeah.
a receiver, Goddard
Goddard's
might be
great.
better, bro. Like real talk.
Have you watched it?
I think my team still competes.
Yeah, he had to do is watch
Kittle the
last week.
Like 6,
Yeah.
7 weeks.
I think my team.
Goddard's been
I
hurt.
think my
He's
team
back
still
now, though.
competes. I do, even with Goddard.
I think all the teams are
over
good,
Kittle.
man.
I think if I had to
Shout out
rank,
Parody.
if I had to rank the teams, I'd probably go mine first, obviously. Then Lipe's, then Gowie's, then Matan's. No bias on that.
Just
though.
Dallas Goddard.
No
is what
bias.
makes you think that.
Eliminate the Eagles' offensive line. Then what you did?
Oh fuck.
Literally, bro.
All right. Well, let us know who you think got the best team from the players left in the playoffs. But I guess that wraps up our time
Wraps
here
it
on
up,
Caps
man.
Off. Gowie, thanks for coming on,
Appreciate
man.
you.
Really
Hey, most
appreciate
definitely,
it.
man. I had fun.
Had a
We had
great
Gowie and
time.
Stephen A. Smith come through.
At the same time.
Don't
I can't
sleep.
believe he
Damn
landed
time.
Stephen A. Smith and a little LeBron too.
Oh my
Just
God.
for a
Bro,
quick sec.
Caps Off to the moon. We're making it. All right. Thanks for tuning in to Caps Off. Don't forget to check out our socials at Caps Off Pod on Instagram, at Caps Off Podcast on TikTok.
You want to plug yours?
Yeah, plug your
Yeah,
socials.
you can follow me on all socials at the Kid Gowie. That's DAKIDGOWIE. One more time, DAKIDGOWIE. Got to make it sound like one of those
Sounds
little
like
I was about to say,
commercials
bro,
where it's like,
leave a message at the tone. All right, Gowie, thanks again for coming on. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Peace.
what are your takes on our takes? Let us know in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, follow, all the good stuff.